And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review. Today I'm reviewing one of the most critically acclaimed games of all time. That is indeed Red Dead Redemption 2. And you're wondering, Bingo, where's Red Dead 1 review? Red Dead 1 review, where is it? Where is it? Well, I haven't played it. But I learned through extensive research that this is actually a prequel. So it doesn't matter if I don't know. I haven't played the first one. I will probably eventually get around to playing the first one. No, just not right now. Anyway, got a lot of thoughts in it. Let's just jump right into it, shall we? First off, I think the sheer size of this game should be shown by the fact that it's a PS4 game that takes 2 discs. 2 discs for a game, that's like GameCube era stuff. You wouldn't think that would be something you would see in this generation, especially PS4, which was by far, I think, the most powerful console of that generation. It's just pretty wild how large of a game that is, and that's just the sheer magnitude. And yeah, I mean, it is indeed a huge game. It is very long. It's a very long game. I don't think it could be as long as it needs to be. Get to that in a minute. But also, the size of the world is just incredible, what they were able to do. And that also comes with some downsides that we'll talk about too. Kind of works into both here, but the landscapes are incredible. The nature landscapes, even like the snowy landscapes in the beginning, are great. But just walking around like the mountains and the plains, even the towns or just the camps, they look amazing. The characters look amazing. If the nature is just awesome, all the different animals you can see and the different people all over the place. It really is incredible. It looks really good. And it feels very natural too because of how well it looks, which is really nice, definitely. The reactions of the game as well are very realistic. They move like real humans and move like real horses or other animals. It just helps make the world that much more fun to explore. And it's really nice. Though sometimes the movements, in my opinion, were a little bit challenging. There are a couple of just like minor stuff, like just looting or just kind of when you want to make some special turns or go over places. Didn't always work as good. So either they did it a little too much on the realism of the game. But I think overall it was a really good choice. The combat is also some of my most favorite combat in a video game. It is really, really fun. It's not super challenging, but it does give you a run for your money at some points. You have to be methodical with it. You can't. It's not just one of those games. It's not like an Arkham game, Batman Arkham game. You can't just go in hog wild and beat the shit out of people or whatnot. But it's not like a Wolfenstein game either, where it wants you to be stealthy, but really you don't want to be. It's kind of a better mix, in my opinion. And I think the big reason why it's such a good combat system is the Deadshot. It really does enhance the gameplay, and it really does enhance how strong the combat is. It makes it a ton of fun. It works really, really well. And it's very, very good in elements. It's not very difficult to use. You get it pretty much straight off the bat, and it's very, very, very helpful. And just made the combat that much more fun. Another really good thing about this game is the story. Really good story, in my opinion. The characters are all really fun to listen to, very fun to interact with, and they are easy to get attached to. It's a group of gangsters just kind of moving through the life and whatnot, but you start to get attached to them because you start to root for them. And all the characters, they're just not a lot of the characters are just there for random shit. They're there for depth. They provide depth to the story, and they do a really good job at it. And they just forever just really enhance everything. And then it helps that they also look good, so they're kind of, real humans, it looks like, and kind of moving through everything. And the dialogue is just amazing throughout, and it made the story pretty addicting, I will say, which was a huge reason why I wanted to keep playing, because you never knew what could happen next, but it was still really, really good all throughout. And kind of mixing with the characters and the exploration style of the game, and just how massive of a game this is. To me, it really reminded me of GTA 5, just more of a old Western style GTA 5. Maybe a little more serious in some aspects and a little bit more refined in some areas. But overall, the similarities are very, very much there between this game and GTA 5. And I liked it. I liked it. I really did. But I do have a couple of complaints. Really, mostly just one big complaint about this game. And it's the reason why I don't think this game is as good as people make it out to be. This game is full of fluff. From many perspectives. Just because of how massive the map is, you spend most of the time, I want to say majority of this game, I want to say a good 80% of this game is spent either in cutscenes or riding around on your horse, going from town to town or mission to mission. And the other 20% is the combat, the being in the towns and story and all that nonsense. But great majority of the game, you're just riding around on your horse. All sorts of missions. And while the world looks really good, and there's a ton of cinematic shots that you get during these rides that look awesome, and it's really cool just like riding around in the forest or in the plains or in the mountains. You don't need that. It should, here's the thing for me, it should be optional to walk around the world or ride around the world. There should be a fast travel option. I did not discover a fast travel option during my playing of the game. People have said that there is a fast travel mode that you have to upgrade Dutch's tent to level 2, which then gets you the thing to do the fast travel thing. But for me, what I realized with playing the game is that you're not going to necessarily, if you don't know that going in, chances are you're not going to unlock the fast travel option. And that's even saying that this is true. I just read this off of a Reddit post. It could be not true at all. It could be a mod that somebody put in and just passing it off as the real thing. But saying it is real, you go and unlock this thing very late in the game, therefore making it redundant anyways. You're barely going to use it. It doesn't make much of a sense. And that's even if you decide to go and unlock it. You might just never get it because it just maybe just doing that's not very important to you. Or you might have the requirements to unlock it, but you don't know it and you don't care. You don't even need to choose to go that route. For fast travel to be needed, to be effective at least, you got to get it fairly early on in the game. I thought, we'll get it after the tutorial, when we settle at the new camp after leaving the mountains. Nope, we didn't get it there. So I thought, maybe I'll just have to explore a little bit of the world, maybe play a couple missions, and then we'll get some fast travel once I've gone to a couple other towns. Nope. And that's, to me, I mean, it could be a good 15, 20 minutes, depending on how far you have to go, and what you have to do. You might be stranded and not have a horse, and you gotta run there. It takes fucking twice as long without a horse, and the horse can only go so fast as well. And there is dialogue that does help establish the story and is good dialogue, I will say. But to me, it didn't need to have that. A fast travel option would have been nice. I think the world is a little too big, but I'm not going to complain necessarily about the size of the world, just about how they let you navigate it. And I would have liked to see a fast travel, and that's big reason why I don't think this game is as good as people say it is. Granted, it's still a really good game. I was genuinely surprised. This was my first true Red Dead Redemption experience, because that Undead Nightmare shit didn't really count. This is my first true Red Dead Redemption experience, and I was pleasantly surprised. I really liked it. I came in with some mediocre expectations, but I was genuinely surprised. I really liked it. The combat is good. The characters are good. The story is amazing. The game looks great. Just the only big thing is that there's a ton of fluff, because just so much that you have to just spend with going from place to place, and usually not a lot to do in between those times. And yeah, that drives up the runtime considerably, and I think they could have went a direction where maybe you avoid that. Would have been nice. So that's going to do it, though, for this review. My final score for Red Dead Redemption 2, 8 out of 10. I really like this game. I 100%, if you've played the first game and you really like it, this is 100% a game for you. Even if you hadn't played the first game, I think you should give this game a try. I think you're going to really like it. And just as much maybe as I did. So that's going to do it, though, for this review. If you've ever played this game, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video as well. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more video game reviews and other awesome stuff. And until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.